How's it going, everyone? Crypto Airborne here for another episode, for another Friday night hangout. It's going to be a great episode today. I got some co-founders from some of the ICP hubs out in Southeast Asia with us tonight. They're going to just talk about a lot of the different workshops, events, and just a lot of different things that they're doing to help spread internet computer ICP to the masses. And yeah, I'm real excited about this. I've been kind of wanting to line this up for a couple weeks now, but luckily they're able to make it on. I think it's like 9 a.m., 8 a.m. and Saturday over in Southeast Asia right now. And it's 9 p.m. Eastern here. So it's nighttime for me. It's morning time for them. So glad you guys could all be here. If you guys don't mind smashing that thumbs up button on your way in, it would all do us, it'll be good things for the algorithm. We got, who we got in the chat here? We got Bitcoin Renegade. He's a big ICP, supporter. He's got a nice YouTube channel. Go give him a follow, Bitcoin Renegade. I think he actually interviewed ICP.Hub North America, one of the guys on there. I saw. I didn't get a chance to watch that, but shout out to Bitcoin Renegade. And we got Leo. What's going on, Leo? How's it going? All right, so let's bring him in. First guest we got is Bruno. How's it going, Bruno?
Hello, everyone. Good morning for whoever is in Southeast Asia and good evening for whoever is on the other side of the world. How you doing, guys? Happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad you could make it on, man. It's today in I live in New Jersey. It was just rainy and dreary and cold.
I used to live in New Jersey, you know?
Oh, really?
I was based in West New York.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I know where that is.
Yeah, around, Weehawken,
Yep.
Hoboken, all those areas.
Yeah. How'd you like it there?
Oh, come on. I love the US. US made a big impact on my life. So
nice.
I really love the US. But then I'm gonna tell you in a bit about my story of why I left the US.
I know, we're gonna get into that. So yeah, glad you could be here. So let's bring in Iana. Iana, right?
Hi everyone. Nice to be here. Nice to see beautiful faces, even though some of them went to bed very late and some of them going to go to bed very late. Well, happy to be here. I'm glad we made it, and I'm looking forward for this podcast.
Definitely glad you could make it on. What's before we begin, just it's not really crypto related. What's the weather like out there? Is it always warm, like Florida?
Well, wait. You want to be really upset? It's always sunny, beautiful, and the weather is nice. Yeah. You can go, you can drive from one destination 30 minutes. You will be on the beach. And nice. Then after the beach, you can take 10 minutes boat ride, and you can be on probably on the island.
Really?
Which is,
nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
sorry to destroy your New Jersey life routine.
Yeah, I mean, at least New Jersey.
Come on, Anna. Is this
and
Navy Garden?
US too, that to understand. I lived in Boise, Idaho, Tennessee, Florida. Where else I lived? Texas. So I kind of was around in the different states.
All over. That's awesome. Cool.
I Wisconsin. So I know.
I got cousins in Wisconsin. They lived in Janesville. They owned a big giant farm. I think it's like southern Wisconsin.
Well, I lived in Madison, but it doesn't matter. It's always cold,
Yeah.
So
it's always cold there. Yeah. All right. So yeah, let's begin. Since you're already talking about like where you lived and stuff, let's hear a little bit about your crypto story. How did you first get into crypto? Like, how did you guys first hear about crypto and ICP? Yeah. How did you get into ICP?
Sure. So it's a long story. Back in 2017, I learned about crypto. First time I heard about what is Bitcoin was back in 2011 from documentary, and asked my husband, "Hey, what is Bitcoin?" He said, "I'll just scam money," and I didn't understand. But we moved to Singapore, lived in Singapore. That's how we kind of discovered Web3 and cryptocurrency. My husband got into Web3 and started researching, and he was just talking about that and was like, this is so boring. And obviously I couldn't understand anything because my background was I was a nurse, and then I was managing hotels in US. So it's very different. But then I looked, and it was Singapore 2017. People could buy lunch with Bitcoin, and I was like, okay, that's a deal. And then I started to learn about, my husband started to teach me. Then I got more and deeper knowledge and start working on different projects. First, it was like a moderator job on Telegram to get experience, get into communities. And I was working with the different guilds, worked with the near guilds, about 3 guilds there. When they just started, then I discovered internet computers, and I've been with the ecosystem about 2 years. And I see the growth, I see excitement, and I mean, it's and the contribution of personal myself making a history here, potential history for myself, and making this happen. It's amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah, it seems like, at least in Southeast Asia, like crypto in general is really big. I mean, I don't know if you guys, what's like the vibe in Thailand right now? Like, does everyone know about crypto, would you say, or is it kind of its own small little niche? Because at least in New
Everybody,
Jersey, like I think we're still early. Like nobody's really heard of crypto. Like when I talk
well,
to people at work or whatever.
majority people don't know, but of course it's growing. But why is it growing? Because the government wants to implement digital identity on the blockchain, which is about 40 to 65 million digital identities. It's above of 18 years or 16 years old. Plus, they want to have digital wallets. So they're going to learn. They know that. It's in the news. This is what's coming. Everybody knows it. They just don't know when it's coming and what's going to happen. But then the government recently, January 18, they made it legal. You can do real estate and do ICO and IDOs and token.
Oh, okay.
So now it's illegal here in Thailand. And you know how many hotels want to do that? Tokenized properties? A lot.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's getting bigger, but the talent has pretty big community, but most of them are more on the creative side, like NFTs. The fans of cute NFTs here, like crazy. That's why I kind of created utility NFT here, and I put a little bit Phuket on chain. That's what we called that. Basically, with my NFT utility, I did an airdrop here. If you have this NFT, you can go to 5 different places and you receive 10% discount. But you need to. So it is 3. So when you get rich, you can get a tour on the boats. You can rent a yacht and you can get a 10% discount. I know maybe you don't need that when you're rich, but I don't know. Maybe somebody needs that. 10% discount on the yachts. The biggest water park here on Amanda. Also, you can get a discount there, and surfing. So there are 5 utility places where you can go, but all of them needs to be booked through Discover Phuket, who received a grant from Definity Foundation. It's Web 2 to Web 3 integration. They will be doing NFT coupons and then NFT tours that people can go and purchase. And they have already 18 partnerships.
Oh wow!
My NFT is only one-time redeemable, so you have to pick only one place to, and there is an expiration day. So you have this till February 1st, 2025.
Gotcha. Well, that's good that you actually are using NFTs for real world utility, because a lot of people, when they think of NFTs, or at least starting out in the NFT scene, when people started getting into them, it was just a JPEG. It was just why can't I just right click save as this JPEG? But now you're starting to see people that start NFT collections are actually going to have real world use utility, like you just mentioned. So that's awesome to hear.
Yeah, that's what the plan was, to show people that it's not only picture. It's not only JPEG.
Cool. All right, Bruno, you want to talk a little bit about your crypto history, or tell me a little bit about yourself, how you got into crypto, ICP, all the good stuff.
Okay, so interesting story. So as I was telling you, I used to live in the US. I was based there as a technical manager working with all the biggest pharma company. So I was also always traveling around. Like in 3.5 years I lived there, I've been in 37 different states all over the US.
Wow.
So yeah.
You might have me beat. That's crazy.
I know. Also, American were always telling me that I had seen more American than them. But it's, of course, I was always traveling. So every week I was in a different state. Easy goal to achieve. And I had started in 2018 to get involved in crypto. And, because of my previous job, I was spending a lot of time traveling on a budget with companies, so I was not spending money. And a friend of mine was like very nerd. He told me, Bruno, let's put money in crypto. Let's buy Bitcoin instead of keeping there in the bank. You're not spending them, or you're just gonna get drunk with it. Let's just buy stuff. I said, okay, man, I trust you. So I started to give him money and say, oh man, buy as much as you can.
Yeah.
And then after you put money, you start to be like, what the hell have I bought?
Yeah.
What did I do with this money? And I started, to get deep into it. And because my background, I'm a biomedical engineer, so I have a technical background. This helped me understand that it was something amazing what we were buying. And from there, I started to dig deeper and deeper. And while I was in the US, with my previous job, I had reached the maximum level I could in my corporate. So I was bored. I was not happy. So at some point, I said, okay, you know what? I really love the crypto, the blockchain space. So I quit everything. And my wife, after following me around the world for years, I said, maybe you choose the next destination. She said, I want to go to Bali. I said, okay, let's go to Bali.
Oh, I want to go to Bali. I hear great things about
It's
that. Like a
great.
nice
It's like Iana said,
island, right? Like
there
a
is sun.
small
Yeah,
island.
it's an island. Not so small because actually, for going from the top to the bottom, it's gonna take you like 6-7 hours, something like this,
Oh,
even
okay.
more. So it's
Not too
it's
bad.
quite big, Bali.
Yeah.
It's not small. And so we moved here in Bali, and when we arrived here, we started to get in touch with the local crypto community that was existing, and I discovered that there was an ICP community. So I actually started to invest in ICP around the mainnet launch,
Wow.
and
You're an
despite
OG.
I think the real OG are the one that entered before the mainnet
Yeah.
launch. But anyway, I really believed in the project. I was not there for the money. I was there honestly for the technology, because for the money, I was in a big loss.
Yeah.
Because I entered right after the mainnet launch, so at a very high price, and I held it until it was $3. I never sold my
Wow.
ICP.
I know. And
Yeah,
that's
the
that's
one
the
that the
biggest
one that I bought 3 years ago, they are still aside.
yeah.
Like they are in a different wallet, in a different internet identity. I'm not touching those because those I want to see them going back where they are. So this
Yeah.
I forgot about those money. And when I discovered that there was this ICP community that was led by Emilio, that is now the head of global adoption, I started to reach out to him through LinkedIn and say, man, let me get involved in what you're doing. If I can help, if I can support. And in that period, they were launching the Supernova Hackathon, that it was like a 4 week hackathon of pitch deck presentation and stuff like this. And I was invited to be a judge.
Nice.
And from there, like I started to get more and more involved with the crypto community over here. We organized the Bali Crypto Week together. Meantime, I was still working on my own because I had my own company for providing consultancy for professional and enterprises on how to move into the Web3 space. So I had two team of developers in Italy that were supporting me for the deployment phase. And I was like the face of the company, providing all the main consultancy and designing, let's say, the plan that these enterprises had to go through for doing the transition. And then
Okay.
from there, I got reached out by this company in Italy called it's a federation called Federitaly, and they wanted to launch a certificate on chain for products that are 100% made in Italy. They reached out to me. They told me about their plan, what they wanted to do, and they said, guys, this is shit. So if you want to do it right, put me on as a chief of the project, the technical part. You take care of all the rest. And I brought the partnership with the Definity Foundation and also with the Origin Foundation, that he was our technical partner for building the whole infrastructure and how well the platform was going to work. And after this thing was pretty successful because we went to the Italian Senate to present the project to the European Parliament, European Commission. So we've been like the first one to introduce something like this to the institutions, and institutions really loved it. And
Yeah.
after this, the ICP proposed me to become the ICP.Hub manager for Indonesia, because at the end I was based here, because
Yeah.
a trip that was supposed to be 2 months, now it's 2 years.
Okay.
So I didn't leave yet, and I like to stay here. And so from there, I started to get more involved and more involved with everything we are doing with the disruptives, that is the ICP Hub Indonesia. And on the call, I will tell you more of other things that we are doing right now.
That's awesome. Yeah, man. So you're originally from Italy, it sounds like?
Yes, yes, I am.
Italy? What
I'm
part?
sorry, I'm never gonna get rid of my accent. I'm from the south.
That's where my my wife, like her side of the family is from Italy. So my
You know from
mother-in-law,
where?
she's 100% Italian. Is it the southern Italy, like what are those islands? Cabrera or Cabrera?
Sicily, Sicily or Sardinia.
It's I forget the name of it. La Cabrera or something. I forget. Southern Italy, somewhere down there, like where the islands are.
Calabria?
Yeah, that.
I'm from Calabria.
Really? That's crazy. Yeah, like her grandma was from there, like 100%.
It's normal. Every time in US you're gonna see Italian immigrant, or they are from Calabria or they are from Sicily, because
Yeah.
these were the only two regions from where people were emigrating. Because the north of Italy, was rich with factory industries and all this stuff,
Mhm.
and the south of Italy was very poor. So if you were staying in
Yeah.
Italy and you were a little bit ambitious, the only thing that you could do was to go and work the land. So,
Yeah.
for example, in my side of my family, from my grandmother's side, all her three, she has four brothers. One went to Australia, one went to America, one went to Argentina, and another one moved to the north to Milano. So it's in our blood to travel around the
Yeah.
world.
That's crazy, man. Small world, I guess. I don't know. I think like they were like fishermen or something. That's what they used to do.
Also
They
in
used to
New
fish a
Jersey,
lot.
of course, there is such a big Calabrian community.
Yeah. Is it really big?
What, yes, especially like in the area of like Raritan, in the area of like White House Station, Lebanon.
Mhm.
You have so many Italians over there. You can find like little villages where people don't speak English; they speak Italian dialect.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. No, I love like cultures and traveling and stuff. So that's good to hear. So yeah, ICP Hub. So just for like new people watching or might just stumble across this video, you kind of already guys talked about it a little bit. Like what exactly is ICP Hub? How did it start? And like, how did you guys first, like, when did you guys start ICP Hub for your areas or wherever you guys are at?
I guess I will go first. So I started with Internet Computer, like I said, 2 years ago as a marketing contractor, and that program evolved to have hubs globally. And I did my interviews, passed interview, and became ICP Hub leader for Thailand and Malaysia. Now I'm only concentrating on the Thailand region. So that's how it started, and I think we launched in August. I believe so. We were cohort number 2.
1 month before, like I think we started officially like at the end of June.
And the end of June, but officially, like we went and start doing stuff. It was
1st of
August.
July.
Yes, and so I mean, it's been challenging because nobody kind of knew how it's going to work. We had, of course, we had instructions, what we need to do, but how we do it, how we do it in the region. It was challenging. Every hub has a different strategy, but the main goal was for mass adoption, we have to teach local community and support local community. So that was initially, and of course, it brings global startups built on ICP, but not everyone, of course, will be coming to build. The good ones that we have to identify which one is good to bring to the ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, we have entrepreneurs like Web2. I'm fan with actual Web2 to Web3 integration. This is something that I want to see more businesses implement Web3 technology. It's something that we can actually touch, and they have already user base. So I'm pursuing many businesses to integrate Web3. I mean, they're kind of on the slow side because, they have to understand what it is, where it's going. Regulations is a big concern.
Right.
But once it's here in Thailand, regulations are getting easier up. Then it is easier to do to implementations.
Are you doing more small businesses? Are you working with smaller businesses to implement from Web 2 to 3, or are you working with like kind of larger businesses?
So there is something on the line with the larger. Right now, I work with a smaller, but in local in Phuket. So they have like a coffee business. They are doing, it will be e-commerce on the Web 2 to Web 3 integration. And they also will have NFT there that you can buy tours for barista courses. You can buy NFT to go to in the future to coffee farms, because Thailand has lots of coffee farms here.
Mhm.
And it seems like Chiang Mai region, I just came from there, has lots of farms. So and that takes time, right? So if we're talking that we're going to launch, it doesn't mean that it's launching now, because the developers has to build this. And that takes time, and about 2 or 3 months. And of course, the grant takes time to hold on the grant. So about we were looking for 4 months to complete this task. So there's lots of that's what I'm focusing, but I also focusing on bringing startups locally and bringing the communities that probably build it somewhere else, but they have a strong background, start building on ICP as well.
Nice. So would you say, are they pretty receptive to the technology, like hearing what you want to like?
Yes,
talk about,
yes.
like, ICP stuff?
Nobody knew in Thailand. They only knew about the price and what's happened back when mainnet happened. That's
Yeah.
it. Nobody knew, understand what is that. Now, when there's lots of meetups, or I create my own events too. I go to network, and so now I'm kind of identified as an ICP person. Like everybody knows, okay, this is ICP girl, so
Yeah.
they can go on basically like a face of internet computer in Thailand region. But now they understand the technology. They're a fan of technology. I met a person who, at one of the networking opportunity, who became a co-founder of Synergy Labs. You've seen him before. He's doing VR workshops. We are teaching 800 students how to deploy VR experience on ICP, but
Pretty cool.
it takes time. So the rooms it is 40 students per class. It is 8 hours workshop. They have to have Unity background, because it's building on Unity, and then it's deploying on ICP. So we have like whole day with the students to push them to create that experiences, and only 10% of students can achieve that.
Wow. So I saw the video. I'm gonna try to pull it up. It was actually pretty cool. Let's see. I think it was, you posted it on your page, right? Like just a little bit ago. Oh yeah, I think this is it, right? I don't want to play the music so I don't get a copyright strike. But was this it?
Yes, that was a recent one in the university. They played around. You see computer. So we have to actually set up computers before it happens, making sure that they have all of that. My co-founder Jack, he makes the presets and the Unity for faster, because if they start if they start with a square and start building, that will take time. So we have some presets for students and to play around, so they kind of move faster on the experience of building that. But we had already 120 students taught, and about 10% of them, basically 12 experiences, were created. 4 experiences were I posted before, but we'll release another 8 experiences.
Cool. Yeah, we can talk about that in a little bit, the special projects and stuff. I don't want to get off track. Bruno, real quick, ICP.Hub, how did you first, like, when did you first start it? Was it around the same time, like when mainnet launched, or was it a little bit afterwards?
No. Me and Yana, we started at the same time. We were part of the same cohort. We were in the second cohort, right, Yana? So it was like around the end of June. I think I did my first launching event the 1st of July, but then of course the first month it's all adjustment, all understanding what is happening, if the strategy that you put together is going to be the successful strategy that is going to make you succeed and bring the results that you are aiming to achieve. Because at the end, then you got to understand that the cool thing of this ICP.Hub program is that we have this global approach, meaning that, of course, there is a global view that is coming from the foundation in terms of what is happening in the IC ecosystem, what are the cool things that we can promote, what are the achievements that the R&D team is bringing about the IC, CK-BTC, CK-Heat, very soon CK-ERC20, everything regarding, the new Utopia Think, the OIC wallet, our presence around. So, of course, the goal is to promote the narrative of things that are really useful, that are making a difference. But then there is the local approach, meaning that each country is different. What is working in Thailand, it might not work for me. What is working for me is not working in Africa. What is working in Africa will not work in Europe. What is good in North America will not be good in South America. So you can understand from all of this that basically we are all over the world. We are already 24 hubs, and we are able to cover almost every region. I think there is still few parts of the world that are still not covered, but very soon we are going to have like new sub-hubs, let's call them like this, where we are going to be able to tap even in those regions where there is not ICP hub. And the goal, what is of these ICP hubs? Not only to have this local approach, but also, to leverage what are the strengths and address the weakness of each country. There are countries where there are more developers, like in India. There are countries where there is more talent. There are talents where there is a young generation that is eager to learn, like Thailand, like Indonesia. So each one of us is designing a strategy according to also what are our personal and professional skills, because this is also going to play a big role. It's not that because you say, oh, I'm ICP, and then things are going to happen. No, you also got to put, your personal effort and know how to leverage your professional skill to make sure that you are going to make this program a success. Because having a t-shirt with written ICP, or this is the same concept for any other blockchain, not going to make a difference. So I think we are very lucky in this ICP program because we are surrounded by amazing individuals. Look at Iana, look at everything she's been accomplishing over there in Thailand, all the amazing things that she's putting together, and all the other hub leaders that we have around the world. Each one is bringing something unique on the table. Each one is making a real difference in the region. And you can see it. The sentiment has grown. The knowledge about ICP has grown. People know what is it. Right now, you have the word ICP on everybody's mouth because we know things are moving forward, things are changing. But I think we can be proud as ICP Hub managers that we made this happen as well with all our effort, with all our, being involved. We don't work 8 hours a day, guys. This is not a job like sitting in the office. You start at 9, at 4 you say, ciao, ciao, I finish. No, especially we that we stay in Southeast Asia, as I told you last night, I had my last call until 1 a.m. in the morning. I went to have dinner from 8 to 10. At 10, I came back. I started to have call one after the other one. And in the morning, I might have things to do because if I have to meet with ministers, or I have to meet with some government member, or I need to meet with like local businesses, I cannot say, sorry, guys, I'm starting at 2, 3 p.m. because the other part of the world is starting at 2, 6 hour difference when we say it. No, you start early so that they can be very long. So you need also to be very good in administering your time in the proper way. Otherwise, it's easy that we can burn out. But luckily, we're still here, still thriving, still trying to make a difference.
Yep. Yeah, I
just want to add something to Bruno what said. Besides that, we're working 24/7 almost, but we also have to have a different hats because we are event managers. So we have to do events. So you got the event. People go for school for that for 4 years to make event happen. So we can do that. We also have to know technical skills. So because we're talking to developers, we have to explain them why they need to start building on ICP. We also have to talk on regular business language. We also have to mentor startups. So now we're teachers. We also need to motivate our team because, it's motivation and enthusiasm. That's what it drives. And
marketing,
you got to
design.
Marketing, exactly. Creating a video or whatever, or find a right person to join your community and be a part of it. So
that kind of leads me to my next.
Human resources. I forgot human resources.
that kind of leads me to my next question. Like with your team, like how large are your guys' teams? Like who has the largest ICP.Hub team, if you guys know, and like how do you go about selecting the people that are the best fit for your workshops, your programs? Like, is there an interview process? Like, how do you guys
Am I
do
right, Iana? I think the biggest one is India.
Probably India.
Yeah, but of course they are the number one country in the world. If they don't have the biggest team, come on, we shouldn't have it. So I think the biggest one is India. I think also Kenya has a big team. Also North America has a big team. Latin America has a very nice team. It's true that also like North America, India, Latam, they are the first cohort. So they have like 3-4 months more than us in terms of age of their hub. So that's also why probably their team is also a little bit bigger. But let's say that they are addressing a much bigger region because, for example, Latin America is not that you can count only one region. You can count Ecuador, Bolivia, Colombia, Mexico, Argentina, Peru, Chile, Uruguay, Paraguay, Brazil. It's true that now we are having new ICP.Hub manager. There is the new ICP.Hub manager for Brazil that just started. We are going to have another ICP, not hub, like ambassador in Argentina that is going to be handled by the Latin America. At India, if you think India is huge, it's the number one country in the world per population.
Yeah.
So, of course, I think that our teams, mine and the one of Iana, probably are maybe the smaller. Like me and my team, I have one girl that she started with me at the beginning. She started as a business assistant, but she did so good in the last 6 months. There she is, Venita.
Okay.
Yeah, and now Venita has become a product manager, so I'm giving her more things to do. She's taking control of the product that is disruptives. So how to make disruptives work? Then we have Tom, that is like our co-founder. He's supporting me, especially in acceleration, incubation, like activities, because this is where he's really strong. Investors. We have Kenny, that he was a Web2 developer that actually moved on his own as a Web3 developer. So he learned about Motoko, about TypeScript. He put together a team that, also to code in Python, in Rust. They just finished the first hackathon in Jakarta with more than 400 people subscribed.
Wow.
We had 53 new certified developers, meaning developers that have been able to deliver a proper MVP at the end. And out of this, we had 9 amazing projects and 3 very great winners that very probably we are going to incubate and help them to scale. So it's cool. It's cool. I have a very cool team. And of course, I need to mention while you are on this page, also Grace. Grace is our let's call it queen of chess. The queen on the chessboard that can go everywhere. This is Grace. Grace can really do it. She has brought so many connections at the government level. Thanks to Grace, we launched Indonesia On-Chain program. That is a national program that is aligning with the national vision of Indonesia of going fully digital by 2045. She helped to bring partnership with 75 high school, 36 university, and by the end of March, we are going to launch an ICP Academy to teach to 10,000 students about entrepreneurship, blockchain, how to code, how to deploy their first smart contract. Then we're going to bring them into Ideathon, Hackathon, and we're going to create like this a database of entrepreneurs and developers that we can leverage not only for building their idea, but also to give them job, to associate them with projects that are looking for a developer to build on the IC ecosystem. So I'm really grateful for her. She brought partnership with the Minister of Tourism, Minister of Youth and Sport, Education. This Tuesday I have a meeting with the Minister of Manpower. We're doing so many things.
That's awesome. I mean, I think it's especially this day and age, you got to have at least a connection with the government, especially with crypto. Like we're still we're walking a fine line with crypto regulation here in the United States. People are saying crypto.
You know what is the thing is that from Southeast Asia and America, the approach is different because here You can do an approach bottom up. So you can start from the little and you can reach the top. In America, this will never happen. And you know it's better than me. In Europe, this will never happen. If I want to reach the bottom, I need to start from the top. And starting with the top, what does it mean? That they're slow, that you need to convince them, that they're not educated, that you're going to waste a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of energy, very probably without accomplishing anything, unless you have some lobby that is supporting you.
Yeah, you got all the old boomers that have been in office forever, and they're just stuck in their old ways. They don't want to adopt any new Web3 crypto. They're just in their own ways. But, you know, in 10, 15, 20 years, they're all going to be gone. So you got to start this new age.
Innovation.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this is the reality. Right now, it seems that the US is not interested anymore in leading the wheel about innovation. I just finished to read the last book of Elon Musk, the autobiography by Walter Isaacson. I suggest to everyone to read this really amazing book. It's very big, but it's amazing. I love Elon. I'm a big fan of him. And one thing that he was keep reiterating all over the book is that regulation is what is killing innovation. And if you think, he started to go against the regulation, and he has been the first one that has brought a private company into the space. Since SpaceX, the last big achievement of humanity was to go into the moon in 1969. I already said everything.
Yeah.
So you see, we stopped to be like innovative. And this instead in Southeast Asia, or in the Asia part, in the east of the world, according to what is your reference point, these things are not happening. And what me and Iana, just as an example, are doing, you can see it that things are happening. Things are happening because there is an eagerness of being part of the future. People are hungry. Like, Steve Jobs was saying, stay hungry, stay foolish. They are hungry, really hungry.
That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely want to get out to Southeast Asia. And Bali is definitely on my list of things. Me and my wife want to go there one day, so we'll have to definitely link up. Same thing with Thailand, man. I want to go to Thailand. I know Six Figs. You guys know Six Figs? He's the YouTuber. He's one of my good friends here. He's probably listening actually right now or watching. But I know he went to Thailand and he said it was a blast. He went to Japan too. Like over there, I don't know, just different vibes, I guess, compared to the United States and stuff. So I definitely want to make it a point to make it out there at some point. Iana, what about you? What about your team? How would you say your team? Are they a smaller team? Like, how you guys? What do you have?
So if you pull out my website, it's actually outdated because before I was doing hub for Malaysia and Thailand. So my team, I had 2 people in Malaysia, but now I am not doing anymore. And Malaysia is going to have like a spoke separate. So the team changed. But so I created a team with 4 different co-founders. Why the co-founders? Not just a teammate, because co-founders, they have to be apart and very deep and love the technology. And I met people here in Thailand that they have the same vision and who were helping me who were helping me for free, who were trying to get the connections, who were truly like the technology, and they wanted to make it happen. So one person is in Chiang Mai. He's more on where you might see his face on some events. They were hosting some Ideaton events in university or just workshops. So he's strategically is based in Chiang Mai. There is apparently, I just went there, and there is a tons of co-working spaces, lots of nomads, very young community, 7 or 8 university, pretty big ones, and lots of students. That's what we need. So we have people who are hungry to make money and people who are nomads who are already making money and they're there because it's better life there. So they just try to live that way. And then the 2 co-founders are based in Bangkok. One is concentrated. He is also off-chain global for Thailand. He became my best friend and he was helping me with off-chain, all the events happening in Bangkok. And I was like, listen, and he has lots of connections in the Bangkok area with a different, not only related to Web 3, also to Web 2, like internations. He was hosting Happen with internations. So the doors open to a business side and a different approach. And Jack, he is demo co-founder demo. You've seen he's doing some workshops. He passed in-code classes, so he knows everything about ICP. He built it also VR experience for the big artist Joe Louis. It is Thai puppetry. People go there in Bangkok and watch the show. So he created a theater for him on ICP. And in the future, it's going to be like people in the world can buy NFT, enter, and this will be experience for them to watch the Thai puppetry on the VR. But it's already deployed. They're working on integrating this with NFTs, and because you have to integrate a wallet there. But it's they're working with the Island Collective on that part, because Island Collective needs to provide the tools too to be able to integrate all of that. But the plan is there, the experience already built. And he was the first one who said on one of the events, he's like, oh my God, I love ICP. And we start talking. We did many events together, taught community about VR, did lots of like different experiences. And we're trying to pursue VR and gaming, because gaming is huge here in Thailand.
Right.
But
Yeah.
now we need to educate more how to deploy with CDK kit to ICP. And actually, some people from the ecosystem are helping me to put a template, because we're planning to run a hackathon for GameFi, particular for gamers. But we need to have more instruction how to deploy an ICP. So we're working on that part to bring gaming to ICP community.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome to hear. And that kind of leads me to my next question. Over the last 2 years, all these different events, all these workshops you guys have had, what do you say would be the most impactful event or workshop that really stuck out to you guys that you want to maybe continue with ICP hubs for your guys' networks?
So, of course, it was during Thailand Blockchain Week, one of the event highlights, because Thailand Blockchain Week is, we know, in different countries when they have blockchain weeks, there's lots of side events and organized. So there were also many events, organized side events, and there were like 3 events in different at the same time happening. So, but ICP event, it was the bigger one. So people actually, it was like, oh, we won't go to that event. We'll just stay here. We want to be here. So this was the great achievement of mine, that in other community had only like 10 people, and we had a pretty big 150 people event. But the recent one workshop, it was not as big, right? There was no 150 people in the event. There was only 20 people. But people came there with very skeptical. They are front-end developers, and they're like, oh, why we're still here? And after the workshop, after explanation, I will try to explain. I have obviously templates, use cases that I usually do when I do workshop, and they got motivated. They said got motivated and start already building. Guy got TypeScript bootcamp that we have for free. He took that course and then already started to get in, like writing a grant and working on a plan what they're going to deliver. And they told me, several people said, I am so motivated. I'm glad that I came here. And this was honey to my ears.
Yeah.
It was incredible. And it felt like, hey, I made impact here for people and it might change their life,
Yep. That's definitely something, like when you put together those things and you hear someone say that, it hits hard and it makes you like more motivated just to keep going and just, help spread the word and just continue it. I love it. What about you, Bruno? What would you say is like the most impactful or best event that you've had the last 2 years?
So actually, there is a couple of events that really stuck in my mind. So the first one is the most recent Indonesia on-chain launching event, where we had 750 people attending, between university student, member from the government, ambassadors from different countries. And this was really awesome because you could see during the presentation about what ICP is going to do, what kind of knowledge we are going to provide, how we're going to support young people. You could hear how people, were screaming for being there. They were so happy, so enthusiastic. And when everything finished, I had so many students that were like, "Yeah, let's start it. When are we gonna do it? When are we gonna learn all these things?" And this was really powerful.
Yeah.
And then another cool event that we did. So the year before, when I was not yet with ICP, it was branded Bali Crypto Week. This year, we branded it as Bali Blockchain Summit. And this was our cherry on the cake. We had 2 days of event with 1,400 people attending. This was really great. Like ICP was one of the main sponsor. Actually, also Polkadot was another sponsor of the event. But it was amazing. It was with an amazing view over the ocean. People going there for, not only like chilling, relaxing, but also for networking, showcasing what they're doing, making good connections. So this was really cool. But honestly, I have to be honest, from my side, I'm really happy of all the events that we had here. And probably another cool event that we had was the event that we managed to do at the Google office in Jakarta.
Yeah, I
So
saw
actually
that.
Google,
That was pretty big.
invited us for me to give a keynote about the internet computer and everything that we've been doing with disruptives. I even made a joke during the speech for saying, "Hey guys, we don't do centralized trust," and people were really laughing, and the feedback was so good even from them that now very probably we are gonna close a partnership with them because they want to collaborate with us with the Indonesian chain program and also with the accelerator program that we are going to launch in March. Yeah, because at the end, we are keep pushing the narrative that things should be stored on chain, but this doesn't stop us to make collaboration and partnership with big names that can help us in promote what we are doing. It's not that, we have to play like, "Oh, you are Google. I don't want to talk with you. Stay far away from me. You are the Antichrist."
Yep.
No, guys, if we want to grow, we need to play their game. So let's do connection with them. Let's tap into their network, into their marketing, into their awareness.
Yeah.
And this is what is going to bring, because when you say, "Hey, I'm at Google giving a keynote about blockchain, about ICP," people are like, "Wow, how the hell did you manage to go there?" If I say, "Hey, tomorrow I'm going to be at this co-working space giving a keynote about ICP," hey man, if I have time, I will stop by. Don't take it seriously. I have other shit to do. You see what is the difference? That's why we need to tap into this big name. Because these big names are going to help us in making noise.
How did you get the Google gig? Did you just reach out randomly, or did someone know someone?
So actually, my co-founder, he had good connection with the people at Google because they did another event for this, always for ICP, for this initiative called Angels and Founders, where you have founders that are going to pitch in front of angels investors. And because they were doing already series of events promoted by ICP and they had one at Google, after they did the event at Google, this was not promoted by ICP, but one before, he reached out and was like, "Guys, we are in Jakarta. Are you organizing something? Do you want us to come there?" I was like, "Look, guys, we wanted to reach out to you actually because we have a slot and we would like for you to come and give a keynote." And this was an audience of like mostly investors and founders. So it was really good. Like you could see that during my keynote, everybody was with the phone, like taking picture, like, "What the hell is this guy doing here?"
Yeah. That's crazy. But yeah,
I
it's
do
also
have a connection with a Google too here. I should probably get your keynote and get on board
Go for
too.
it.
Because they told also to me, like, "We would like to support," and I was like, okay, well, I should but since you already did, so maybe it's a Thailand turn to do that as well.
Go for it. Take it, tap it in. At the end, guys, we always have this thing, Yana, that a little part of the data, it's always good to store them off chain. Like even the data that are not necessary, they don't are main information that you need to protect. And in this way, you can decrease the load of the information that you're putting on chain. It's like, it's like I have a truck, and because I have a huge truck in the back, and I can load, I don't know, 55 fridge on it, doesn't mean that every day I should put 55 fridge. Sometimes I can use the truck to go around, enjoy the view, they
Right.
doing something else. The fact that you can do it, it doesn't mean that we should do it all the time. Like every time we should load the network at the 100% as much as we can. We know that we have the capability of storing things on chain. We know that we can also integrate external cloud system for storing all those metadata that are not important to save, that we can easily avoid to save on chain and save transaction time, saving money as well, because then you need to pay cycle for the more data you are uploading, more cycles you will have to pay. So it's a good narrative anyway. And we are tapping into the network of all these big tech giants. This is the great thing.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so we're coming up on
just one thing, because anyway, they're moving into Web3. Don't think that they are not. After the conversation that I had with Google Cloud, because now we are going to announce soon this partnership once it's finalized, basically they have a Web3 program that they are running on their own, and they support Web3 activities. So guys, that's why we need to tap in, because anyway, if we don't tap in, they will continue without us.
Right. So what do you think they're going to build on? Are they going to use internet computer? Or they just have their own, like what blockchain? Are they just going to, like you said?
Whatever. They're supporting whatever.
Yeah.
They told me that they have different project building on different ecosystem that are using like their Google Cloud. But then the reality is that other blockchain, they're storing only their token on chain. So of course they are forced to use a cloud system. If I want to build on Solana or on Ethereum, I'm never gonna put anything on chain because it's gonna be so expensive. 1 gigabyte on data on Ethereum is 30 million. 1 gigabyte of data on dollar, not Indonesian rupiah. 1 gigabyte of data on Solana is gonna cost 3-4 million. 1 gigabyte of data on ICP is $5.
Yeah.
This is the difference. The difference is that on ICP you can, so you should. On other chain you can't. This is the reality. So you are forced to go in that direction.
Gotcha. I know. It's crazy. All right, so we're coming up on an hour. I got one final question for you guys. This is the fun one. So, we got the bull run coming up for Bitcoin. The next 1 to 2 years, we're going to have probably mass adoption, hopefully, or at least a lot bigger than 2021, 2022. You're probably going to hear ICP a lot. This is the time to like put ICP out there. And I know marketing has been a kind of a lagging thing for internet computer in general or whatever, but just saying like the next year, the next 2 years or so, what's like the roadmap for your guys' hubs? Are there any big events planned? Any type of keynotes? Like, are you guys going to ETH Denver? I know is big coming up the end of the month. What's in store for you guys? Whoever wants to go first.
Okay. So I will say that the plans are big for the next year. Of course, we are supported by the foundation right now, but the plan is to become sustainable and create a hub as a business. So that's the end goal of this program. We will have our own businesses, so hubs will have to operate on their own. But right now, of course, we have support from foundation. But I just want to say that even if it's not on Twitter and it's not maybe on some Medium article, doesn't mean there's no marketing coming up, because globally we're covering lots of articles and in different languages, the influencer token in different languages. So maybe it's not visible in English because it's in Thai language. So there's lots of marketing coming from each hub. So maybe, of course, we cannot see everything on Twitter, but every has a different channel because of different regions. Some regions like TikTok, so the hubs are using more TikTok. Some regions like university newsletter because they're building concentrate on developers. So you will see lots of them globally.
That's a good point.
So this is lots of marketing happening already right now. That's why ICP is everybody talking about ICP, and they're coming even now to us and asking, hey, I want to build something on ICP. Or even the narrative change. Whatever was happening 3 months ago when I was approaching some projects, start building an ICP, they were like, okay, maybe we'll think about it. Now they're coming back to me and saying, okay, we would like to do that. So it means marketing push is already there, which is good. It's regarding the hub, regarding what's happening with the whole internet computer. We know already they have a map for 20 years. So we need to go back and see what the plan is. But I think the plan is great. With a recent announcement about 400 gigabyte on a canister, this is amazing. Now I'm saying that we can build one blockchain, the whole blockchain, and one canister. So when people start realizing this, that they will be like, oh, wow, it's really a power, right? So why would you even go to another blockchain, really?
What was the one that could store all of like Cardano or something on one canister?
Yes, 156,000 smart contracts on Cardano you can store in one canister and on an ICP.
No, you can store twice the Cardano network. Oh, look, twice the Cardano network on one canister and 170 million Ethereum smart contract.
It's crazy, right? It's crazy. And so when people know this, and plus data storage, because some of this project sensitive for data storage, like they want to use data, but it's expensive. So, but anyway, the question was the plan. The plan is there is a plan for each hub. We have to become more sustainable. So it means that our hubs is going to be evolving, like and have a business model in the future. It's not just a joke here. We're not on the playground anymore. We need to think how we can actually can sustain ourselves and our businesses without any help.
Quick question, not to cut you off. Are the hubs are they LLCs or like are they nonprofits? Like what do they? How do they fall under Dfinity?
I guess it is the hubs based on their region. Some of them are open the company, some of the nonprofit because we don't charge for any services right now, right? Maybe some hubs already started, but they have the companies, open the companies in regional. Gotcha. Like for Thailand, it's a nonprofit.
Gotcha.
As now.
Cool. Anything else you want to add for like your guys' future roadmap or anything?
I think Iana said all. We're really making waves, and yeah, our marketing strategy is more based on the work of the ICP.Hub manager and projects that are running around. Just a number, it was how much, Iana? 6 months, we had more than 39 million in views about ICP, and we are not counting the post or the thread on Twitter. We're counting like real media that are talking about us, presence in television, presence online, and this is completely different. The number of that came out from the last Electric Capital report are a testament of what we are doing. 50 ecosystem in growing, 2,396 new developer. The only ecosystem that is growth 50% more than any other. ICP is on every page of that Electric Capital report. So we are doing good, and all these data are just a proof that we are moving in the right direction. We are doing things in the right way. So let's keep building ICP, guys.
Exactly. Awesome. So last question real quick. So if someone wants to get involved with your guys' ICP hub, or just say someone wants to start an ICP hub, how would you guys go about that?
So right now, no. Go, Iana.
Okay, so I think right now that there is no more ICPs that we had the last cohort, probably, that is got onboarded, and there won't be any more ICP hubs.
Okay.
But I mean, it's as now, right? This is what information we have as now.
I'm pretty sure there's one for the whole world, right?
Community.
Like one for each region.
Yeah, it's so I don't know, 24 now.
Okay.
It's about 24 hubs, but it doesn't mean it stops. There is ICP community like ICP community spoke and Malaysia is separate, but it's ICP community. It will be like a smaller, maybe some events, maybe some activities happening in that region. But if you guys from Thailand, so today I read one grant application and I was like, where are you based? And I know that the person based in US, but then he said, oh, I have a developer in Thailand. I was like, okay, you can get onboarded because with my hub.
Oh.
I was like, the one person from a team is from Thailand. That's my territory.
Yeah.
That's not anyone else hub. But anyone can actually connect with me. Even if you're not in that territory, I usually pretty helpful. So I try to help and even review the grant application or give feedback. Just connect with me on Twitter or connect through the Telegram group, Synergy Labs. We do have airdrops, guys.
Everyone loves airdrops.
CKBTC airdrop right now happening.
All that, yeah.
5 days left. Hurry up, get in this telegrams, get the task done, and let's start. Build the community.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw that. Where was it? You had a this one?
I mean, I have so much stuff happening in my Twitter.
Oh, that was
So
funny.
it's hard to find.
Oh, okay, this is it. Is this it?
Yes, that's it. There's a link there. So you can complete the simple task. And after that is over, that campaign is over, there will be automatic manual. We will use manual right now to distribute CKBTC. If you guys provided wallet and did everything correctly.
Cool. Before we end this real quick, I was looking at the comments, and I don't know if you guys probably know this. Something about Brain Wallet. Is there a DAO? I'm not familiar with Brain Wallet. Can you guys answer that one, or you know anything about that?
Actually, it's the first time I hear this.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, if anyone listening, you guys know what the Brain Wallet is, let us know down in the comments. I'm curious because I've never heard of that either. Well, I don't know. And then this person said that they dumped all their ETH because of you, Bruno. Whoever Binky.
Well done, bravo. That's the way.
But you should say that you're not financial advisor, Bruno.
Oh, no.
Yeah, not financial advice.
Look, I never said anything in this conversation about selling your stuff.
Exactly. Just if.
But I'm very happy that we are on the same boat and we're thinking alike. Let's go for it.
Awesome. All right,
and
so
guys, just one last thing, if I can, then I'm gonna do a little bit of shilling myself.
Go ahead.
Please go and follow the Disruptives Hub. It's Disruptives_Hub. The more we grow, the better it is from you. We recently hit the 1,000 follower. I think today, so I'm very proud and happy about it. I've never been a Twitter person. I started to use Twitter because of this program.
Yeah, go give Bruno a follow. He's only got 230 followers. We got to get him up to 1,000 plus.
Honestly, guys, I'm bravo. Yeah, follow me, but I'm not using Twitter. I am a LinkedIn person. On LinkedIn, you can see that I'm good. I'm strong over there. But I never wanted to use Twitter. And then I started to use Twitter, guys. And
if you're in crypto, you got to use Twitter.
I'm starting to like it. But
it is.
Look, I understand that it's good for the DGen community, but the reality is that if you are aiming also for businesses, for entrepreneur, for people like this, LinkedIn play another different role.
Yeah. Definitely.
So follow Disruptives on Twitter, guys. Forget about LinkedIn, all the rest. Just come on Twitter, put me a follow. And we are also starting an airdrop competition very soon of ICP. So stay tuned. We are going to do airdrop as well.
Let's compete. Let's do competition. Thailand versus Indonesia, or you can. Yeah, I'm just joking. Or you can just join both.
Awesome, guys. Well, I'm very.
Well, I don't know. I cannot compete with Indonesia. You have more people there. Literally.
Well, guys, I think that's going to do it. I enjoyed all your guys' time. Appreciate you guys coming on and talking about the ICP hubs and everything. And I definitely want to have you guys on more. Just maybe if you guys have anything up and coming or whatever, just want to come to another Friday hangout. Like I said, I do these every Friday night. I try to bring on new people, talk about their projects, whatever. Not even ICP. I talk about Bitcoin. I like Multiverse X is another chain. So, I mean, we don't have to just talk about ICP, but if you guys want to come on some other time, I'd be happy to have you on.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much for having us here. It was so super fun.
Yeah,
all right, guys. So that's going to do it. If you guys don't mind, smash that thumbs up button on your way out and stay safe out there. Appreciate you guys coming on. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.